This is amazing that we're created in the image of God. God has given us a great stewardship to sovereignly rule over all earthly creatures. God has given us a special place on this earth, and we need to remember the value of mankind.
This is a Truth Transforms Truth Nugget, a daily dose of truth for your daily transformation.
As we move on in the psalm, we see that even though we're little nothing, even though we're much smaller than we think of ourselves because we're very, very insignificant, God cares for us greatly, and God gives mankind glory and honor. He actually lifts up mankind even though he doesn't need to. And that's what we see in verses 5 to 8. We see that the majesty of God is in mankind. So let's look at verse 5. Yet you have made him a little lower than the heavenly beings, and crowned him with glory and honor. You have given him dominion over the works of your hands. You have put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, and also the beasts of the field, the birds of the heavens, and the fish of the sea, whatever passes along the paths of the seas. And then we've got to read verse 9. I could read that all day. O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. And so we see the majesty of God displayed in mankind. And man is created in the image of God and is given dominion over all earthly creatures. And then of course we see this is clearly referencing Genesis 1, verses 26 to 27. And this shows us that man is created in the image of God. Genesis 1, 26 and 27 read, Then God said, Let us make man in our image, which, by the way, is a great Trinitarian passage that points to the Trinity of God. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female, he created them. This is amazing that we're created in the image of God. God has given us a great stewardship to sovereignly rule over all earthly creatures. God has given us a special place on this earth. And we need to remember the value of mankind. We're made a little lower than the angels. We're made above all other creatures. Obviously, we all love Fluffy. We all love our animals, but we need to take care of our animals. But we need to remember that mankind is made different. Mankind is made in the image of God. Mankind is given a spirit. We're made in the likeness of God. So we should protect our animals. We shouldn't mindlessly abuse animals. This is a stewardship to care for them and take care of them. But we need to remember that humanity is made in the image of God, unlike any other creature on this earth. And the dominion that God has given us over the creatures of this earth, it shows that he's entrusted us with a great responsibility. And because we're made in the image of God, then we share many of his qualities. And one of those qualities is the need to create. Because we're made in the image of God, he's given us creativity. He's given us the ability to build things, to make things, to fix things. We get that from God because we're created in the image of God. God created man from dust, and man is made to create. God created man, and man has dominion over all earthly creatures. See, man is weak and insignificant, yet he is made a little lower in power than the angels. And man is the ruler over all earthly creatures. Man has dominion over all the animals on the earth. Man is nothing next to God, but God chose to give mankind power and rule over the earth. This is an amazing thing. Man is insignificant and nothing, but yet he gives mankind rule over the fish and the sea. But man was supposed to remain submitted to God's rule and God's authority. And we know that Adam got that wrong, and that we all get that wrong. Man was to recognize, admire, and marvel at the majesty of God. And we ought to recognize, admire, and marvel at the majesty of God. So then we clearly see that the psalm all points to the majesty of God. We're given here a taste of the beauty of our Creator. The psalmist is trying to evoke our emotions in this psalm. God is calling us to respond to His majesty. So then we should ask ourselves, how should we respond to the majesty of God?
Truth Nuggets are a ministry of preaching for God's glory. To find out more about other resources available and ways that you can support the ministry, be sure to visit preachingforgodsglory.org.